Welcome to the Certified Financial Architect program. Welcome, future financial architects. I'm Tarence Wade, MD, founder of Wade Global. Client archetypes and personas. You're in the room. The prospect is a thoracic surgeon, top of her field, pulling in $1.2 million a year. So you lead with your standard high earner question. What's your 5-year vision for the practice? She looks at you completely blank. You just asked a world-class technician to talk like a CEO, and she realized you don't understand her world at all. The single biggest mistake advisors make is believing all high net worth clients are playing the same game. They are not. Your engagement model must be a function of your client's core archetype, not your standard fee schedule. To build a durable financial architecture, you have to know what kind of machine you're building it for. Think of it like this. You have 4 drivers. The first is the physician. Think of them as a Formula One driver. They perform a highly specialized task on a closed track. Their income is massive but linear. They just want to drive it flawlessly and know their pit crew has everything else handled. They want maximum efficiency, minimum distraction. The second is the founder. This person isn't driving the car. They are building it while flying down the highway. Their wealth isn't in W-2 income. It's locked in the chassis of the vehicle itself. They are asset rich, cash poor, and obsessed with runway and burn rate. They care about keeping the engine from exploding before the next pit stop. The third is the operator. This is your logistics manager, running a whole fleet of trucks. They've scaled a business. They're focused on process, depreciation schedules, and fleet-wide economics. They think in systems. Their risk isn't a single engine failing. It's the entire supply chain breaking down. And fourth, the inheritor. This person was just handed the keys to a high-performance vehicle they've never seen before. They're terrified of crashing it, and everyone from the valet to the mechanic is trying to tell them what to do. They don't need a driving lesson. They need to know you're the one honest mechanic on the block. We had a founder client come in. He said, I don't care about saving 50 grand in taxes. I need $500,000 in liquidity in the next 6 months to exercise my options before the Series B, or I get diluted into oblivion. We had tried to give a founder a physician's roadmap. We had to scrap the entire plan and pivot to a strategy session on section 1202 mapping, cap table implications, and sourcing a line of credit against his illiquid stock. The work was entirely different. Misreading the archetype isn't just about losing a prospect, it's a ladder of risk. At the bottom rung, you scope the engagement wrong, underprice your services, and do work that doesn't solve the core problem. You get squeezed on fees. The next rung up is professional liability. You put a founder into a defined benefit plan, locking up the cash they desperately need, and you trigger a liquidity crisis. That's a $50,000 planning fee refunded and a black mark on your E&O insurance for the next 5 years. At the top of the ladder, the IRS. Mismatching the architecture to the archetype isn't just bad business, it's a footprint that can attract an audit. Stop selling tax plans. Stop selling investment management. Start identifying the driver. Are they a surgeon, a founder, an operator, or an inheritor? The answer dictates everything. It dictates the questions you ask, the problems you solve, and the value you create. So, a new prospect sits across from you, a 50-year-old who just sold her 25% stake in a regional logistics company. What's the one question you now know you must never ask?